Welcome back to Raw Sports Talk. I'm Chris, your favorite stat reader, and we have the Bengals hosting the Steelers Thursday night football, and the Steelers are 5.5-point road favorites. The over/under is at 44.5 points. The Steelers are minus 265 on the money line, and the Bengals are plus 215. Now, these are the overnight odds. They will change the closer we get to kickoff tomorrow. Head to head, these teams are 5-5 against each other in their last 10 meetings. The road team has won the last 2 that they've played against each other. The road team is 6-4. The underdog has covered the last 3 games that they've played against each other, and the underdog is 6-4 against the spread. The favorite is 5-5 on the money line. The over is 5-4-1, and at 44.5 points, the over/under would be 5-5. Now, weather for this game is supposed to be 58 degrees, 2-mile-an-hour wind, and no rain is projected. And it's going to be Flacco at the helm for the Bengals and Rodgers at the helm for the Steelers. They played twice last year, as they do every year. The Steelers won 44-38 in Cincinnati, and the Bengals won 19-17 in Pittsburgh. The Steelers are on a 3-game winning streak. They are 4-1 to start the year. There was a total of 66 points, 48 points, 35 points, 45 points, and then 32 points. In their last 4 games, they lost by 14 to the Seahawks. They did not cover. The next 3 games they won and covered, beating the Patriots by 7, beating the Vikings by 3, and then beating the Browns by 14 points. For the Bengals, they are on a 4-game losing streak, and obviously they started out hot. They won their first 2 games, and then it has not been as favorable for them. There was, in their last 4 games, there's a total of 58, 31, 61, and then 45 points. They lost by 38 to the Vikings. They lost by 25 to the Broncos. They lost by 13 to the Lions, and then they lost by 9 against the Packers. Granted, they were a heavy underdog in that game, and they covered. And the difference between Joe Flacco and Jake Browning, you can't compare the two. One dude won a Super Bowl MVP, and the other one is a glorified practice squad quarterback. And that's not to be disrespectful. It's just it is what it is. Now, as far as the stats for the season, I'm sure you can see them beside me, but if your vision is not the greatest, the Steelers passing per game average 206.6 yards per game, which is 25th in the league. They average 84 yards per game on the ground, which is 29th in the league. And they average 23.8 points per game, which is 14th in the league. This is offensively. The Bengals, now granted this is a new quarterback, but this is just the stats on the season, average 194.2 per game, which is 30th in the league. 56.7 yards per game on the ground, which is dead last, and 17.2 points per game, which is 29th in the league. So offensively, they're not really terrifying anyone. Defensively, the Steelers average 270.4 yards per game allowed, which is second to last in the league. Shockingly enough, the Bengals allow fewer yards through the air at 268.2, which is 30th. The Steelers average 110.6 per game on the ground, which is 16th in the league, middle of the pack. The Bengals, 135.7, which is 28th in the league. We kind of knew what was going to happen when they paid all of those offensive weapons. Burrow isn't healthy. It's just who's going to block for him, who's going to play defense, and clearly it's no one. The Steelers give up 21.4 points per game, which is middle of the pack, 16th in the league. And the Bengals give up 30.5 points per game, which is 30th in the league. Their defensive stats are more so what you have to be worried about, because you knew what you were getting offensively with Jake Browning. Now, the million-dollar question is, what version of Flacco are we going to get? He is very familiar with this division. He is very familiar with the Steelers. I am going to take the Steelers on the money line. I do think that they're going to win this game. I'm going to take the Bengals getting the points, and the over-under is where I am intrigued, because I could see this game going over just because neither team really has a passing defense, and I'm sure at some point the Bengals are going to be down and Flacco is just going to say fuck it and throw the ball down there because T. Higgins is down there somewhere, and Jamar Chase is down there somewhere. And we're going to get a couple of fluky, broken coverage touchdowns that probably shouldn't have happened. Now, these are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut and please bet responsibly.